He was a warrior, yet known for mercy, a conqueror, yet humble before God. When kings fought for land and glory, Salahuddin Ayyubi fought for faith, honor, and humanity. This is not just a story of battles and victories. This is the story of a man who redefined what it means to be a true Muslim leader. Scene 1. The beginning of a legend. In the mid-12th century, the Muslim world was broken, divided by rival rulers, weakened by years of Crusader invasion. Cities that once echoed with the call to prayer now carried the sound of foreign footsteps. Amid this chaos, in the city of Tikrit, a boy was born in 1137. His name was Yusuf ibn Ayyub, later known to the world as Salahuddin Ayyubi, the righteousness of faith. Raised in a devout Kurdish family, Salahuddin was not born a warrior. He was quiet, thoughtful, more interested in religion and learning than in swords or battles. Yet destiny had chosen him for something far greater. Seen to rise to power as a young man, Salahuddin served under his uncle Shirkuh, a general in the army of the powerful Muslim leader near Adhan. Together, they were sent to Egypt, then ruled by the weak Fatimid Caliphate, surrounded by Crusader threats. After Shirkuh's death, the 31-year-old Salahuddin unexpectedly became the vizier of Egypt. Few could have imagined that this quiet, humble man would soon unite to great lands, Egypt and Syria, under one banner of Islam. Salahuddin ended the Fatimid rule, restored Sunni Islam in Egypt, and strengthened the region's defenses. But his true vision was greater: to unite the entire Muslim Ummah against the Crusaders and reclaim Jerusalem. Scene 3. The Dream of Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Al-Quds, the city of prophets, the city where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens during Isra and Mi'raj. For nearly 90 years, it had been under Crusader rule. Muslims could barely enter it. The streets that once heard the Adhan were filled with crosses and foreign soldiers. Every night, Salahuddin would pray and weep, asking Allah to grant him the honor of liberating Al-Quds. He once said, "How can I smile when Al-Aqsa is in captivity?" But he knew this mission would take patience, unity, and faith. Scene 4. The Great Jihad begins. Salahuddin began by bringing peace and unity to the Muslim lands. He treated his enemies with respect, forgave those who opposed him, and built alliances through justice, not fear. Soon, Egypt, Syria, Aleppo, Mosul, all stood behind him. The banner of Islam was united again. In 1187, he finally marched toward the Crusader kingdom of Jerusalem. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Hattin, near the Sea of Galilee. On that scorching July day, the Crusader armies faced Salahuddin's disciplined forces. By sunset, the Crusader army was crushed. Their proudest king, Guy of Lusignan, was captured. The true cross, their holiest relic, was taken. For the first time in nearly a century, the road to Jerusalem was open. Scene 5. The liberation of Jerusalem. On October 2, 1187, Salahuddin's army entered the holy city. There was no bloodshed, no revenge, no burning. Unlike the Crusaders, who had massacred tens of thousands in 1099, Salahuddin ordered that no innocent should be harmed. Christian civilians were offered safe passage. Those who could not pay ransom were freed by Salahuddin's generosity. He reopened Al-Aqsa Mosque, cleaned it, and the Adhan was called again after 88 long years. Jerusalem was free, not just by the sword, but by the mercy of a man who remembered the example of the Prophet. Scene 6. The true character of a hero. News of his victory spread across the world. In Europe, they called him the greatest enemy and the most noble one. Even his rivals respected him. Richard the Lionheart, the Crusader King of England, once said, "If I must lose Jerusalem, let it be to a man like Salahuddin." Salahuddin showed mercy even to his enemies. When Richard fell ill, he sent him fruits, medicines, and his personal physician. He believed that chivalry and compassion were signs of true faith. For Salahuddin, war was never for hatred, it was for justice. His sword defended Islam, but his heart reflected Islam's true soul. Scene 7, the final days after years of leadership, battles, and victories. Salahuddin's health began to fade. On a cold March morning in 1193, at the age of 56, he passed away in Damascus. When people entered his room, they found nothing of wealth. This man, who had ruled vast lands, Egypt, Syria, Palestine, left behind no gold, no property, not even enough money for his own burial. He had given it all to charity, to the poor, and to the cause of Islam. Scene 8, legacy that lives forever. Centuries have passed, but Salahuddin's name still shines like a star in history. He was not just a conqueror, he was a symbol of justice, humility, and faith. His leadership proved that Islam's strength lies not only in battle, but in mercy and unity. In every age, when Muslims remember dignity, courage, and compassion, they remember Salahuddin Ayyubi, a man who showed the world that true victory is not in defeating others, but in conquering one's own ego. Closing emotional end note when the call to prayer echoes over the golden dome of Jerusalem. Somewhere in the unseen world, the soul of Salahuddin Ayyubi smiles, because the city he loved, prayed for, and freed still whispers his name in the winds of history. Salahuddin Ayyubi, the hero of Jerusalem, a legend who lived for Allah and died with nothing except eternal honor.